Had a request for a bench to sell at Antiques and a lot more. So that is the bench portion. There's the back right there drying. This had to be just fast. This is for profit as opposed to, like, you know. Anyways, fast is the key. You can see I got some pretty bad warpage. I'm gonna fix that by making the legs a different length. You know, it's just a bench. So I was going so fast, I didn't get a chance to showcase how I built it. Not much to it, almost nothing to it. Simply have some recycled barn wood lumber, forms a box frame. The box frame is what I'm going to use to attach my legs to. And then a slab of maple. This is a nice slab, but it's pretty plain. It has this little dotting and a little quilting through here. So I put that forward to highlight that. But back is this piece here. This is the back side of the back, where there's so many holes in it I wasn't quite sure what to do with it. There's a small chamfer so that this will recline backwards some. Glued, screwed, pegged overnight, and now I'm going to sand these little nubbins off, flatten the top, and attach it. You say hi? Hi. There's the back attached. I'm really quite pleased with how well 5 simple pocket screws held it on there. I mean, it's not. It's just a shoe bench. It'll be fine. Here it is upside down. I'm thinking of adding a rustic barnwood trim board that would go across here, and it'll do two things. It'll really tie the two of them together, giving it some strength, thus preventing me from having to put any gussets in the front. I mean, come on, it's a bench. You push it against the wall. With luck, it won't receive a lot of abuse. And it'll cover the back of it up so that if you saw the back of the bench, you wouldn't see my pocket holes. So I've got some big diagonal cracks. Bigger than I thought they were. Not sure what, if anything, I can do about them without it looking ugly. Well, I think it's just going to have to be... It's not the strongest thing I ever made. I mean, it's not bad. You know, it's not like it's about to fall apart. But if a large man were to lean back and try to pop his back on it, he could take the back of the bench off. Maybe. So, let's hope they have a chiropractor. You wave? Dad. You're being pretty whiny, buddy. Dad. So there is the brace / trim board. Dad. Like I said, you won't be able to see it probably because most people have this against the wall, but yeah, like I said, I'm not entirely happy with it, but out the door! Can you say out the door? Out the door! Yeah, we don't get paid in the shop. There are the legs attached, and keeping with the barnwood theme, yeah, they're rustic wood. It also was a massive mistake on my part. This was a timber that came out of our sapphire mine. It's been laying up there since probably the 40s or 50s. And I just thought it was some old growth tight grain larch. Something like that. Yeah, turns out it was absolutely straight grained, 100% completely clear old growth mahogany. I just hacked up a 3 by 4.5 inch, 12-foot long mahogany timber to make 4 effing legs, and I wasn't paying much attention, and they were all cut to length. Pop, 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 pop. Then I looked at the ends. Can you believe it? That's a several $100 mistake. That was a valuable board. But there they are. They'll make nice legs. This one I gotta tip back here in a second. They're all clamped. They chamfered them on the top, and then what I will do is once the glue's hardened, I'll screw them in place, and then we'll flip it over, and I'll take the belt sander, and I will grind off what I need on the high legs until it sits flat. And so that's why I've chamfered it. It also removes the amount of potential wobble by putting it on the very outside edges. So that's what I did there. And then when they're sitting, you won't really notice that. And if it's sitting someplace wet, it's going to reduce the contact patch for the water to soak up. There it is, all done. I was able to get it sprayed before the real wind kicked up. So even though we got pollen and dandelions blowing around, it's not tacky anymore. Backside, what can I say? It's not precisely what I envisioned, but it's not bad. And considering that most of the time I'm sure it'll be up against a wall, it's fine. So this is basically built in the absolute minimum amount of time. I got a call from the Antiques and, well, they call it Antiques and More. So they got old stuff and new stuff, and they said benches are hot right now, and they had people looking at my stuff and asking if they had benches like that. So basically I got a call and they said, get as many down here as you can, as fast as you can. So this was pretty fast. I got another one gluing upstairs out of poplar. So yeah, you ask, I do deliver, especially when I need the money.